How was January 2021 for you? I'd encourage you to take a look back on January 2021 and then ask yourself some questions. How were your accomplishments in January 2021? How was January 2021 different than any month in January through December of 2020? And take a look at that. And if you're happy with those results, great. If you're not happy with those results, think about, is 2021 just going to be January 2021 12 times? And if you're unhappy with the results in January, you can do something to change that. And the best advice I can give you on that is to, and do this daily, take a piece of paper. At the top of it, write down what your objective is. That can be that you want to assemble a board, you want to get professionals, you want to get so many LOIs or reach out to so many people in terms of an acquisition, or close those acquisitions. So write down those short-term objectives and make sure that what you're focused on is the next step in front of you. If you haven't assembled a board, don't worry about contacting acquisition targets. You shouldn't do that. If you've assembled a board, but you haven't gotten your professionals on a success-oriented basis, that's what you need to focus on. So look at the road ahead of you through the windshield. Don't look up around the next curve. It's really important to follow the steps. So I would encourage you to do that. Write down every day what that objective is, what the date is, obviously, and then write down the 6 things in priority that will move you closer to that goal. List them 1 through 6. If you want to do 3, that's okay too. But the 3 most important things that'll move you towards your goal, write them down in the order of which they're most important, or which will have the most impact. Then put a time. What time of day are you going to do that? And then write next to it completed, yes or no. And that's going to be what your task list is for the day. I'd encourage you to make a line in which you sign your name to that. Making that commitment, even subconsciously, helps. But then every day, track and keep track of these following things. How many letters did I send out? How many emails did I send out? How many LinkedIn messages did I send out? How many voicemails did I leave? How many phone calls did I make? How many gatekeepers did I talk to? How many owners did you reach? Take that total. Then identify new prospects. If you're looking for acquisitions, how many owner discussions you had, how many non-disclosure agreements you sent out, and how many financial statements you received, and then how many LOIs you got signed. Now that's obviously at the point at which you're looking for acquisitions, but most of those will apply towards any of the other steps too. If you're looking for board members, look at all the ways you outreach and do you track those, and write that number down and have a goal for the day. If you do that, if you take that action every day, you will be surprised at how quickly you can make a lot of this happen. But the important thing is to keep your focus on the next step in front of you. Track what are the tasks that will move the needle the most for you. Make sure you get those done. Make a commitment to yourself. Sign this piece of paper, and then list those things that I last told you about, from letters sent to emails to LinkedIn to voicemail, et cetera, and track how many of those you've done. You can just do a simple piece of paper with a hash mark on it, and just every time you make one of those, just make a tick next to it, and then take what the total is. That will then let you take a look at what you did for a day. Did you do what you said you were going to do? And then once a week, look back on that. If you do that and do it consistently, you are going to be surprised. I've talked about this a lot, is that this is a window of opportunity for you in QLA, is that timing has never been better. I've already heard people saying they got to go back into an office in June. If that's the case, that will significantly change how you can do QLA. Your boss has probably different priorities for you than the ones you list down moving you to your QLA goal. And as a vaccine comes along, I expect that it will also change a lot of behavior. So today, you can do almost all of this through Zoom. In the future, will you be able to use Zoom? Sure. But will it get back to, well, come visit me, come sit down, come take a look at my business? Why don't you come down to our law offices and have an interview with us, or vice versa? And those things will happen as well. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. Don't let this time pass you by. Really important. Okay, so if you've got any ideas for future podcasts, I'd love to hear those. You just go ahead and email me at bruce@brucewhipple.com. And if you go over to brucewhipple.com, go ahead and grab the free class. It's brucewhipple.com/free class. I look forward to hearing from you. And remember, this is QLA's time. There is a lot of free information you can use to acquire already profitable businesses. This is Bruce Whipple. Thanks for listening to the Business Acquisition Podcast. And remember, you miss 100% of the opportunities you fail to take. And procrastination truly is the thief of time. So do something today, please. Your future self will be proud of.